Welcome back. The lights has been changing. I brought this on a walk with me and wanted to do a read for you. I've started this recording several times and now my throat is going and the lights changed. What stood out is this third eye on her palm of her hand, like the Egyptian god Ra. There's also a symbol on her other hand here, which looks like a cross. I think it's sort of like a Celtic rune symbol, to be honest. And I'm seeing the sun above her head. We're in Leo season as we record this, and we've got those antlers. Let's see if you can see that. So I started this several times. I'm going to do a shuffle on camera for you, and I like doing the three-way cuts, the four-way. Okay, this is an interesting experiment. Right, I'm going to cut the deck 4 times and get information from those. Juggling, okay, a choice, or love. You could be juggling choices in love, or you could just be dealing with choices that you've got to make. Number 2, the sun and juggling. Yeah, so this is it's beneficial, it's good fortune. Sun is shining upon you. That's Leo. We're in Leo season, and perhaps you've been juggling this for a while, and that might be coming to an end. There we go. Yeah. So perhaps you feel like you've been juggling for quite a while, and perhaps you've been going a bit of a loop with the devil here, attachment to outcome. And I can see that this really wants to show itself. You've got the Knight of Cups like there behind what can show itself. So perhaps it is to do with love, and perhaps you've been going around in circles with the situation, or you feel that someone else has. Okay, and the Lovers has come back again, and we've got the devil here. So actually the first time I started recording, the Lovers came out when I cut the deck, and that's very interesting. So some sort of attachment, something you've been juggling, some sort of a devil energy is perhaps kind of either interfering with your choices or influencing your choices, or sort of getting involved with love. And look, this is why I always find them quite interesting, because they mirror each other exactly. This is why I feel like this is unconditional love. There's no ties binding them, they're there by choice. And this is the ties of the human ego and various other programming, which there may be love there, but the ties bind, and therefore it's not unconditional. What else was I going to say? Oh yeah, Gemini energy, Capricorn energy. Right. So, as I've recorded this so many times, I'm not sure if I've said this already, but whilst walking, I was thinking about this card, the Witness Self, and thinking about how, like in meditation, we can become more aware of that inner self. Identity and form sort of drops away, and we just experience simply being without labels. Ooh, this just flew out. Knight of Swords. Oh, I've got a little fly flying around me. So something might be coming in at a pace that might be about to assist with this juggling, or cut through the devil energy. I've got a fly in my face. Okay, so what do we need to know about this Witness card? I'm going to ask for 3 cards. This flow, get the story. Witness card. Can I have a card, please, for the Witness card? What is it we need to know? Okay. 7 of Swords. Sometimes sabotage or self-sabotage, or sneaky behaviour. Of course, that can be the ego, which can be quite sneaky in its behaviour and its controlling ways. Can I get a second card for the Witness, please? This is bringing this into awareness, and it may be that you're becoming more aware of self-sabotaging behaviour, or those sorts of energies that have been around you through your meditation practice and through your awareness process. Again with the Witness. Let's see, we get another card for the Witness. Second card, please. the witness, please. Okay, temperance, yeah. I do feel this is definitely about the ego, those ego's ties and bindings that we refer to as the devil energy in the tarot. Yeah, this is asking for balance, asking someone to embody this temperance energy. This angelic being is working with two energies and transmuting through this process, through the temperance process. I think the word temperance literally is used in I was going to say stone masonry, ironwork, metalwork. You temper the metal through this process of going into the fire and it being on the hammer, under the hammer, on the anvil. So it's a process. So good if you have become aware of self-sabotaging energies around you or within you. And with the witness, we are doing this temperance work. Okay, can I have a third card for... Okay, that just wanted to fall. This fell upside down. So I feel actually through this, we're sort of letting go a bit and releasing. The Four of Pentacles is sometimes about clinging on, which can sometimes be connected with the ego attachments and out of fear, because he's covering his head, his heart and his feet. So he's kind of, you know, I mean, he's grounded and he's shielded and he's protected, but sometimes it's clinging. And I feel here, especially, this is sort of emphasizing that clinging, but also pointing towards letting go of that clinging. So I feel that's your process. Normally I do the pathway that way, but we're going to go this way, as in like where you've been, where you're at, sort of where you're going. See if I can get a card for the Seven of Swords. A bit more information to clarify these Seven of Sword energies. Okay, this just flew out. These just flew out together. So, yeah, you may have been going through sleepless nights. There may have been something that's really keeping you up and stressing you, really activating the nervous system. But here we've got the sun behind. And I feel this is like a twofold meaning. I feel that, yes, we've entered into Leo season. The sun is a ruler of Leo. And I think it's pointing to better days ahead. And it's saying that as we've entered into this new Leo season, that this is what's going to be coming forth more and more. And as much as these sort of energies may have been causing you sleepless nights, so it may well be energy that's been around you, we've had to deal with. But, you know, things are a reflection of our internal as well. I feel like these things have been illuminated. Look how this is broad daylight, this is pitch black nighttime, and then this is daylight. So I feel like things have come full circle, and maybe you've seen things and then it caused you stress and you didn't know how to deal with it. And I feel this is saying that you are getting that ray of sunshine, that ray of light, helping you to deal with these things, whatever it may be for you. Temperance. I don't know if I mentioned this because I've re-recorded so many times, but you know, I was noticing the sun up here again, Leo season. So I feel this timing's quite pertinent for now. As we're in Leo season, we've just had a new moon, but also these energies are relevant for whenever you're watching this. So it could be midwinter, whatever time of year. There'll be something about now being important. Okay, so I'm taking this for temperance. Yeah. This may have been what's required of you to kind of go and reflect on these energies and how to deal with things. And I think this is pointing to, again, whenever you're watching this is the right time, because we can associate this with Virgo, but also we can associate it with winter, and relying on that light inwards as winter become, you know, the days become shorter and darker and night becomes longer. So we need that inner light to guide, metaphorically speaking. So I feel like this is saying you're getting support both from the whatever season you're in, from the sun and from that inner light, even if you're in dark days, literally or metaphorically. And through this, the witness just fell. You know, the hermit is like the witness, and it's you are going through this process, this temperance process, and you're witnessing that within yourself, or your higher self is witnessing that process within you. And I feel like there's support for you from the higher self, from source. Should we get another cut? Yeah, I'm just going to get another one for the, yeah, and this is bringing you clarity. So the problem with overthinking, which is what the swords represents, is that it can create, like the Nine of Swords, the Ten of Swords, so much stress. All we need is that one clear thought, that clarity, like the Damocles sword. The Damocles sword that brings clarity. The scales drop and the illusion falls away. I mean, look, it's crowned. So it's like the crown chakra is clear and celebrated. So this process, this work that perhaps you've been doing, or you're in the middle of doing, or you know, this journey, is just saying that, you know, clarity is there, it's coming. Okay, let's talk about this Four of Pentacles. Why have I got the Four of Pentacles reversed? It's so funny, when I started this, it was really bright sunshine, and these clouds have appeared all around. I don't know why that's funny. Just, it changes everything, that's what it is. How everything looks, even the colours and the landscape. It doesn't take much for it to shift. Pentacles. Okay, this is what fell. Right, this is why you have been doing the work and you are letting go, and this is what you're stepping into. Stepping into your power, your sovereignty, completing cycles, and ready for a new cycle. That's what this has all been preparing you for. And the witness is overseeing this, the witness self, your higher self. I'm going to get another one for the world as well. Wow. It's the star, healing. So we have completion and then we have healing. God, earlier I was talking about the Lovers and the Devil with these cuts and other things. So how this may refer to, if this is to do with love, you know, these could be patterns within yourself, within your love life, that have sabotaged love, right? But the sun is shining on it. Okay, you've brought these into conscious awareness, and because you've brought them into conscious awareness, you've been able to do the work and do the self-reflection and get clarity, and get clarity about what you want as well, I feel. And then this is allowed for letting go, which is putting you in the position of the world, and the star card, healing, supporting. God, isn't it funny? I was just doing that and I could see at the bottom of the deck this was here. So what is it that we need to know? Because this Devil was appearing. What will support in this whole flow and this process? Okay, these are what fell on the ground. Very slowly, in a very nice way. Love, the Lovers, and the Queen of Pentacles. So even though I shuffled, this is still here. And then there's this, you know, the Five of Cups, grief card popping out. So it's acknowledging that. So I feel like it's the process of acknowledging these things. You know, we're not going to become this perfect human that doesn't have negative or bad emotions or feelings or whatever. But it's how you your death just showed itself there. It's how you process these and how you deal with it and how you bring light to these things. You know, you don't delude yourself with your own BS. We're not looking for perfection, we're just looking to grow. And through that growth, you know, come the blessings, right? So the guidance here really is focus on that love, focus on those feelings, that inner union, that inner yoking of the masculine and the feminine, and stabilizing that, grounding that into your body. I really feel that love, drawing that love into your body, feeling that love state. You know, they say when we fall in love, there's a lot of sayings. One of the things that's great about that first feeling of falling in love is you know, everything feels amazing. Colours look different. The sky looks bright and blue. Even if it's pouring down with rain, everything's magical and wonderful. Look, I'm trying to get the right angle here. Isn't that funny? I'm trying to. So everything's amazing, right, when you're falling in love, and you know, we assume that that's the other person. They are a mechanism for activating that love. You could call it a trigger, but that becomes a bit cold to say that. But there's a reflection of self back, and really the key is, and I think we kind of all know this by now, it's that self-love and falling in love, feeling, embodying that within oneself, wiring it into the body, very much so with this Queen of Pentacles. So that love state is a natural state of being, with or without someone there, right? And I feel like the Witness card here is just acknowledging that that's what you've been doing and becoming aware of in yourself, but also that there is support from your higher self. There's one more card from the Witness, one more message to send you off on your way. This little mini reading on the Heathland. Okay, this is what just flipped. There we go, that's beautiful. So a new offer of love coming through. And again, this is this self-love. So I do feel this new love is coming through, and it's going to be fresh and young and healthy love, which is how love always feels. It doesn't matter what age you are. It always feels young and fresh and healthy, doesn't it? Falling in love. Yeah, you've got love coming in. So you're doing well. Keep going and keep taking care of yourself and all those self-care practices. So like, comment, share, subscribe. Thank you for being here, and let's see if I can do another one whilst we're out and about. Okay, take care.